Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I just got done eating a sandwich. I'm just going to do a short energy reading today. I may pull some tarot into it, but I'm getting messages from squirrel spirit today. Obviously, there's a lot of squirrels out and about, but I've been very, very, very drawn to them and noticing them everywhere. And so it feels like squirrel spirit, your ancestors are speaking through squirrel spirit. So it is about storing up for the winter. They're really starting to be active now, starting to gather their resources. And I'm hearing that for some of you, you need to gather your resources and to start saving just a little bit. It has to do with money, but it also has to do with absorbing as much light as you possibly can and as much sun as you possibly can. From now until it gets so cold out that you can't be outside anymore. So for the next couple of months, it's really important to consciously and intentionally go out and absorb as much sun as you possibly can. So you're creating these light stores for the winter time when you're going to be connecting with nature less and out in the sun less. Okay. It's also about planting seeds. And what I did was grabbed my spirit animal oracle deck, and I just want to read to you the squirrel spirit and the message from that. They're also telling me to tell you guys about my Reiki masterclass that I have coming up next weekend. It's like, get the business out of the way first. And for some of you, you know, that's part of the message too, is getting all of the fine details in order right now. It feels like there is real shift energy coming up this winter. And so you guys are going to be coming into a period of time where there's a lot of growth, and you're going to have to draw off of the gifts that you have and the knowledge that you have and things that have been put into place before this. So you have planted a lot of seeds, and for some of you it feels as if you're kind of blocked, or they haven't manifest, or they haven't come into fruition, and there's this blockage, like this desire, like why haven't I seen this? Why haven't I seen this? Why isn't it here? Why isn't he here? Why isn't she here? Why isn't my abundance here? Or whatever it is. They're reassuring you that there are seeds that you planted that have been growing and been growing and been growing. And it's interesting that they're going to bloom in the winter because it's usually the spring. You have the ability to tap into a perpetual spring in spring season inside of you. And you're going to be able to, you're going to see in your life that these things start blooming. So it's really important to take the time to check off all of those minute details. One of the last readings I did with, it was the new moon reading, the Virgo new moon reading with my astrologer friend. We talked about all the minute details. It is super important. Can you stop, kitty? No, thank you. To get these things in order now, because what you have, the structure that you have built and been putting together and kind of like just feeding a little bit of energy and then stepping away. And you had been stepping away because it was almost just like this deflated kind of feeling, like you didn't see instant manifestation or the result of it immediately. But there are so many seeds that have been planted all over the place that are getting ready to be fed by a whole lot of light. I need a whole lot of love. I just heard Whole Lot of Love by Zeppelin. You may want to go look up the lyrics for that. And as I'm saying that, my solar plexus is clearing. And so it's like your solar plexus is clearing right now to make room for a lot of light that's coming in that's going to be flooding the planet soon. And so getting outside to absorb as much of that light as you possibly can is really important. And absorbing the light in order to, I mean, you're going to download whatever downloads you're meant to, but being out in the sunlight and absorbing the light is actually going to help your physical body to absorb those codes in a more balanced way. So those seeds are, it's important for you to check off these minute details. What have you been putting off? What have you been procrastinating on? What have you, it's like you've been collecting all of these things. And for some of you, I can see like purging some actual things, like cleaning your house out, having a yard sale, and getting rid of stuff that you really don't need, that you identify yourself with, that are really getting in the way of like real abundance coming in. Checking off those things on your list. For me, I'll just give you an example. For me, I haven't filed my taxes yet for the year. And I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because it kind of overwhelms me. Because my bookkeeping isn't the best. And so at tax time, I'm frantically throwing all of the books together and trying to compile all of my numbers when it would be a lot easier if I did it all year long. And what I've been looking into is just a class for teaching me about bookkeeping. It may be simple to other people. It may be kind of a no-brainer. You can get an app for this, but sometimes they're pretty expensive, and my brain isn't connected to something about it. It's like I don't resonate with a certain aspect of it, and so I've been guided to just take a class on it that explains it to me. So it's like little details like that. Working on your website, working on a project that you have had ideas for or something like that. Working on, like, for some of you, it's like creative projects that have nothing to do with your job. It's on the side, creative projects that you've started here, you've started there, you've kind of sent an email to somebody about this and gotten their opinion about this or whatever. But now it's time to really bring those details together just a little bit. Little tiny things. Okay? Because it's freeing up the space and bringing into alignment all of these little things to create this big, it's like right when the flower starts to bloom, right when it breaks through not even the flower blooming, but just when it sprouts out from the ground. It's like you're watering each one of the roots. That's what I see you taking care of, these details. I needed to get my car taken care of. I needed to get an oil change. I needed to do this. I've been out running around. I needed to get this paperwork done for a job that I have coming up. I needed to go to my doctor's office and check off the details of something that I have going on within my physical body and go into acupuncture and all of the everyday things. There are everyday things that need to go into these bigger manifestations too. And even just going to the doctor or getting my oil changed in my car has direct correlation to the seeds that have planted when it comes to my business and stuff like that. So each part of your life it's all connected. So taking care of those things. I'm going to read this squirrel spirit message from the book here, and I'm going to read the oracle message and also the protection message. So if I had been getting it from the deck, if it came out in reverse, it would be the protection message. But sometimes I get a message from both of them, regardless of how the card came out. And the card didn't come out. It was just squirrel spirit was speaking. So take whatever resonates for you. And then I'm going to do a little bit of an extended reading here and go a little bit more into detail. I'm going to pull some tarot, and the bottom of the deck is this Panther Spirit, Reclaiming Your Power. All of number 44 card. All of what I'm talking about is the path to reclaiming your power. Squirrel Spirit says, believe in yourself. And it's the number 57 card, if that means anything to you. It feels like somebody's address. You have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through the generosity of spirit and all your hard work. Squirrel Spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there is always enough, and you have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Okay, so they're giving me another example too. There are seeds that are planted that will sprout right when you need them to. I did a reading today. She ordered it from me, a recorded reading 12 days ago. And Spirit told me it wasn't time, it wasn't time, it wasn't time. Today was the day. Now was the time, because it was delivered right when she needed it. She needed it today. I also was trying to decide if I was going to go to the beach with a friend of mine this weekend. She's paying for the place all weekend and offered to, she just wants me to come with her. And I was on the fence because I'm like, I can't really afford it right now. I can't afford it. And I've really been working on, and they've been stressing to me how powerful it is to shift our words. So instead of saying, I can't afford it, saying, how can I afford it? How can I afford it? Okay, so I was meditating on that. How can I afford it? And within like the next day, someone emailed me and asked if I wanted to take part in this tarot reading. They have First Friday celebration in this town near me, and asked if I wanted to be a reader again for this day. The day before, it's today actually, the day before I would go away for the weekend. So the answer to the question came almost immediately. And I had been doing these First Friday readings for the last 5 months, but hadn't signed up for this one for some reason. But I have planted my seed in this location with these people for a while now. And so it's like recognizing, oh, I planted the seed for when I need it to grow. So it's going to be there when I need it to grow. So I didn't even have to do anything about it. She asked me if I wanted to be there and, contribute my readings again. And I said yes. And she boosted all of the advertising and all the marketing and stuff like that. And she's texted me and said there's already 4 readings lined up for it. So how can I afford the weekend? It was placed right there for me so that I could have spending money to be able to go. And then some to be able to put towards bills and stuff like that. So the seeds that were planted, as long as I trust, as long as I allow and do the work that I know I need to do to send out the vibration and match the vibration of the things that I desire, the universe is going to line up with that. And so much of this message is, I'm going to go to the beach and be out in the sun and absorbing the sun. And not only that, but beach energy and being next to the water, the ocean, is massive. The energy and the movement of the ocean, just being around it, and the salt air is so important for me right now. I've been saying for so long, I need the beach, I need the beach, They're guiding me to get my ass to the beach. And they're showing me how to do it, right? Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for Spirit believes in you and wants you to know you have enough, and you are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. The protection message says the unpredictability of life can shake your confidence in yourself and your potential for handling the challenges that come your way. That's where I was right before I decided to go. That's where I was when I was on the fence. Does the thought of not having enough or being enough make you squirrely? Have you forgotten all your strength, wisdom, and resources? You've come so far on your wits and creativity, making use of all your potential and all that Spirit presents you to help you through life's trying times. It's time to look back on your life and remember how your needs have always been met for the highest good, even in your most challenging times. Spirit is really just asking you to co-create. Just get in alignment with that. Shift your thoughts. Shift your words. Not I can't afford it. How can I afford this? How? Show me. Life loves you, and so many treasures are hidden in plain sight, ready to be revealed when you most need them. So relax. Squirrel Spirit wants you to know you're poised and ready for whatever is coming next. So trust in yourself and trust that Spirit has your back. Thank you, Squirrel Spirit. All right, I'm going to go on to extended reading, and we are going to talk about Panther Spirit, reclaiming your power, and what guidance Spirit has for you on what it is that you need to do, other than all of this stuff. It's like squirrel spirit was leading you to panther spirit. And, you know, what's coming up for you? What is this big manifestation? What is this energy that's coming in? And for me, it looks like for a lot of you, it's divine partnerships. For a lot of you, it's, you know, life partners coming in, soulmates coming in, soul partnerships when it comes to business and work and creative work and purpose work, whether that is what you do as your daily job or something that you've been hoping for and wishing for. And so we're going to dig into that just a little bit more in the extended. If you're interested in that, the link is down in the box below. If you want to book a private reading with me or a recorded reading like I was talking about, all that information is down in the box below also. The difference between a recorded reading and a one-on-one session is that we can dig a lot deeper and extract even more when it's an organic process between the two of us in the reading, and go way deeper to release whatever kind of blockages you might have. The recorded reading, it is not obviously any feedback from you. It's just me reading into your field and getting the guidance. But when it's one-on-one, the alchemical interaction is very, very, very potent and will help you to launch. I also have, like I said, a Reiki Masterclass coming up next weekend. If you have completed level 1 and level 2 of any lineage at all, you can, and it's the Holy Fire Reiki Master. Holy Fire is Sui Reiki Master. But again, you can come from any lineage. If you already have an Sui Reiki Master certification, you can take this class also to upgrade to the Holy Fire, to upgrade the Sui system to the Holy Fire Reiki. If you have any questions about that, you can always email me. Otherwise, the link to book the class is down in the box below also. For those of you going on, catch you on the flip side. For those of you not, maybe I'll see you tomorrow.